want to give some more advice to the sales managers and the general sales managers, the guys running the desk. Don't beat your salespeople up if they, if they're having trouble closing. It's just there's 1,000 reasons why it's going to be easy for you to go in there and do it. So you know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. When I took the Facebook events to the marketplace, all I had was an idea and a belief that it would work. So I hop on a plane and I flew to Kansas City, where Michael Carson, sometimes he watches, so maybe we'll do a clip on this and you can tag Michael Carson in it. But I flew to Kansas City. I said, hey, I got this Facebook thing and I just want to come sell cars. He said, come on. The sale had already started. So we was there 3 or 4 days into a 10-day sale. Took a little while for the ads to gain some traction. People started coming in, and they were doing a mail sale, not in conjunction with mine, but just at the same time. So I would get customers. I would go on test drives. I film myself on the test drives, and it was I had a lot of fun. But then when it got to the closing table, I'm very trained. I had a couple of times I couldn't close the customer. And so I would go get Michael Carson, who was the closer of the event. He came over, shut the deal, basically said the same thing I did. So it's not that these salespeople aren't talented, because Michael will tell you, Caleb, I had a sales meeting with my sales staff yesterday. And, I said, who's the 2 best salespeople at closing dealers? Well, they said Caleb and Billy. So, I mean, you and I close deals every single day, which has led to about $12 million in revenue combined in the last 12 months, right? That's right. I'm a very qualified closer. I close the toughest people on the planet, car dealers. Car dealers can be very brutal and tough to close. So I speak to car dealers with very well trained, but also with confidence, and I can close car dealers. So I can definitely close customers. It's that the role of a salesperson, that if you meet and greet that customer and you build trust with that customer and you listen, you also build rapport along the way. I had another point about rapport yesterday, but you will build rapport and more importantly, build trust. They're going to say no to you a lot easier than the guy who comes in there with a role. The role helps a lot, but that second face is going to be easier for you to close it. So my point of that is, don't beat up the salesperson and call them weak. Don't call your salespeople weak when they can't ink the deal.
Yeah. And that goes back to what I talked about on the first show about assistant sales managers, giving that salesman that authority to tell the customer up front that, hey, I'm the assistant sales manager here. I have full negotiating ability and authority to appraise your car and do your deal. That gives them a little more confidence right there. Yeah. And that customer is not waiting on someone else to come in, because I've seen it firsthand plenty of times, dismissive customers that the salesman presented the first pencil and they said, go get your manager so the big boys can talk and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I typically threw the customer out in that situation because I mean, I'm not going to have somebody beat my salesman up, but but in some cases, it's a learning opportunity, and because people have been conditioned through years of bad car dealers and bad negotiating, they think they have to go through a fight to get a good deal. When really, with information-based selling, if they just look at all the information, they use math instead of magic, they can see that that they can work their own deal out and find out what works best for them.